Welcome to the Tech Up Checkup podcast with the Girl Tech Innovators. I'm Lori Boyer.
And I'm Julia Hilburn.
And we are excited to share our tech updates with you today.
We hope you are feeling the love this February.
Oh, yeah.
We are going to start with the spotlight of the Tech Up Checkup Innovator of the Month. And this month, we are spotlighting Michelle Powers from Samuel Gaines Academy of Emerging Technologies.
Yay! Michelle has truly been a trailblazer as she helps teachers daily to infuse technology in their classroom. In addition, she had a great opportunity to co-host a Girls Who Game cohort here in St. Lucie County with middle schoolers at her school. In partnership with Dell Technologies, the cohort competed in real-world challenges utilizing Minecraft education. They were one of the 29 districts throughout the United States and Canada that got to take part in this challenge. And really, her use of Teams, Flipgrid, and Minecraft truly was extraordinary, and seeing her, bring that to life was really, really great. So Michelle Powers, you've been tech checked.
Awesome. That is so very neat to hear. Also, if you are on and listening with us today, make sure that you tune in for the entire podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Because we are going to share some very exciting news on an upcoming event that's coming this spring.
You sure don't want to miss out.
And in passing, Lori, just to bring this to attention, you had mentioned that you were speaking with some members of the ESE team.
Mm-hmm.
And they were sharing some of the obstacles that they are seeing when supporting students both virtually and brick and mortar.
Yes.
Can you share some of that with us?
Absolutely. So, kudos once again to our teachers really embracing the instructional technology and running with it. But something that the ESE team, brought to our attention, which is really something great to keep in the forefront of our thinking when we're designing curriculum for our students to access, is the need for it to be accessible. And so, when we're talking about accessibility, there's different features that are out there that really help kids access their learning in the most conducive fashion. So Microsoft has been really working diligently, ever since we quickly transitioned to distance learning in the spring. They've been working diligently to connect with partners such as Nearpod, Flipgrid, Canvas, and make what is in there accessible to students, utilizing features such as Immersive Reader. So Immersive Reader is a fantastic tool in which it takes the text that's on the screen and it allows it to be read aloud to students as well as translated to their language of choice.
Wow. That's the one that also has the picture dictionary, right?
Yes.
That's huge. So not only for our ESOL students, our ELLs, but just in general, thinking about kindergarten and just being able to attach a visual picture to a word. And from what I've seen, it's not just one picture. It gives you like a variety of pictures for that word. So
absolutely. It really helps bring to life what they're reading and make those connections for them so that it solidifies their learning.
Definitely.
Yeah, so that's really, really important. So when we're thinking about, for example, designing in Canvas or Nearpod, some things that we could do is if we are embedding images, we could always add that alt text. So what that does is it allows a screen reader or an immersive reader feature to read aloud what that image is. And so it really brings it to life. You got to remember, we have students that are learning that can't necessarily see what we might have on a screen. So they need to hear it, and that affords them that opportunity. In addition, when it comes to designing the text that's going to be on a slide, whether it's in PowerPoint or Nearpod or Canvas, you want to be able to type it out as much as possible versus say like snipping, something that you might already have out there and just uploading it, because then that's where that rich feature comes in with Immersive Reader.
Definitely. And that reminds me that I believe live captioning is now available in all Teams meetings. So originally when this rolled out, it was part of licensing. And now it is available to all teachers and students that when they're in the meeting, they have live captions.
Which is great because, remember, we have students utilizing My School Online still for their learning. So if they're learning virtually, they can turn on that live captions, and so they can see as well as hear what it is that the teacher's sharing.
That's big.
Which is astronomical. So really, just when you're designing, think about that and think about, what are ways in which you can help make it easier for all students to access what's being shared.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So are there any other team things that you want to share, updates that are rolling out? I know the blogs were huge this month. What's coming?
Yes, absolutely. They've been working hard. So some of the things that, there have been some new features that have been unveiled and are currently being rolled out. One of them has to do with disabling chat. So earlier on in the school year, especially when maybe there's some larger classes with, larger students in them, when you're online and you're trying to manage that, some teachers prior to the meeting would be able to turn off the chat. They'd adjust that setting. And then during the actual Teams meeting, the kids could turn their mic on and communicate, but it wouldn't be distracting on the side with communication going and, trying to control it all. What's great is that they've actually added it so that you can do that right now within the meeting. So you don't have to plan for that, if maybe you want to do your presentation part and not have the chat on because you really want their eyes focusing on the content that's being shared. And then afterwards, then you could turn that chat feature back on. And then they'd be able to type in the chat as well if they have questions or comments, regarding what it is that they're learning. So it doesn't have to be planned for anymore. It can be on the spot.
That is huge. So before, just to clarify, we had to do that through channel modifications.
Correct.
So you would have to kind of leave your meeting, go back into your team, go to channel settings, turn it on and off. And now you can do it directly inside the meeting. So maybe one meeting, it's going to be more of, I just need to quickly share this information and I don't need any chatting on the side. And then you open it up for questions and then you can turn it back off. So that's really neat.
Ease of use, so definitely they're refining some of the features that they have out there because they are hearing from the teachers and what works best in their classroom environment.
Speaking of that, I saw that there has been a lot of chatter inside the instructional technology team where teachers are posting that the mute all feature is gone and they're all wondering what happened to the mute all feature and why is it gone?
Yes, we do not mean to freak you out on that one. We promise that the way you're used to seeing it in a rectangular box that says mute all, that is gone. However, the feature itself is still there. So let's help guide you on how to access that. So when you're in a Microsoft Teams meeting and you go to the participants list, what you'll notice is that there's 3 dots above the list of presenters and attendees. As we always mention with Microsoft applications, those 3 dots can be your best friend, right? Because typically, more, it's more, so there's definitely more things you could access by clicking on those 3 dots. So when you click on it, it will give you the option right there to do the mute all. So, once again, you're presenting, you're teaching, you're coaching kids through their learning in a virtual environment, but you're also your controller of, what's going on audio-wise, right?
Tommy forgets that his microphone's on and his dog is just barking up a storm.
Yes, there's an Amazon delivery and, the dog starts barking. You can do a mute all because if you have more than, say, 10 students that are in there, sometimes it could be hard to scroll through and find exactly which mic is on. So that mute all feature is there. Click the 3 dots on the participants list and you'll see that. But another exciting part to that is that there are some new features in there as well. So you can also click on those 3 dots and you have the ability to not allow students to unmute their mic. So you might be thinking, well, why would I want to do that? Once again, when, say, delivering some content or if you're maybe playing a video that you need the kids to look at during your live lesson, you might want to make it so that they can't unmute their mic and, talk and disrupt what's being shared at that moment.
Sure.
Once again, it's a click of a button, and then you can click it back. So then they'd have that ability when you need them to verbally engage in their learning, which is great because we do want to, take that into account as we're diving deeper into virtual learning. We want to make sure that we're engaging the kids and affording them an opportunity to not just sit and get, but interact with their learning.
Sure, and I think so many teachers were excited when that hard mute feature came out, or the mute all is what it was called, and it was a little rectangle. And then when it disappeared, they're like, why did we take this away? So just for clarification, it's not taken away. You just have to click on the 3 dots within the participant list to find these options.
Absolutely. So it's right there, and it's not a problem. You'll also notice that's where you could download the attendance. So, it's a lot of the teacher features that are right there to make your live instruction easier to access.
Wonderful.
So, with that being said, I know that we are really excited because we wanted to share some information about the big event coming up this spring that is currently being planned. So, Julia, you want to tell us a little bit about what's coming up?
Yes. So I am very, very excited to announce that St. Lucie Public Schools is going to be hosting a technology conference.
Woo!
Yes, that is coming in the spring. So I'm not going to release the date yet, but it will be around the April timeframe.
Okay.
And it will be open up to all St. Lucie County educators.
Nice.
So the biggest part of this is it's virtual. So
what?
You don't even have to leave your house.
So I could wear comfy pants on a Saturday on my couch and take part in this great learning opportunity.
Yes, of course. So
that's a win-win.
It is a win-win. And the next best feature of that is all of the sessions that are going to be hosted at the conference. They're going to be run by St. Lucie County teachers. So
Even
educators, just like our listeners, who are doing this and experiencing this whole new virtual teaching. And I want to clarify that this session or this conference is for both brick and mortar and my school teachers.
Awesome.
So there's going to be strategies that you can use in both, or one versus the other. We'll make sure that all of that is clarified for our attendees.
And what's great is they're going to be sharing it. Teachers then will be able to take it right back in their classroom because it's real educator experiences with these applications and whatnot that are purposeful.
And that it's built around St. Lucie schools, right?
Huge.
So a lot of the times you can attend things online or different webinars, but it's not geared towards us and what we do here in our district.
Absolutely.
So this is by teachers, which is amazing, that are experiencing it every day.
You know what? I just had an idea. So since this is by teachers, for teachers, right here in St. Lucie County, we like a good theme, right? We love making shirts for things. We love getting our crickets out, and we love going with the theme. We had our superhero capes the one time for one of our conferences. What if we came up with a couple of different themes for this conference, since it's really for our educators, and we had them vote on what theme they wanted this tech conference to be?
We could use the instructional technology team for this.
That would be so fun.
So let's come up with a few different theme ideas for this technology conference in the spring. What we could do is we'll post it inside the instructional team.
Perfect.
So the technology instructional team that is already out there, we could just post the poll.
Perfect.
And everyone can vote, and then we'll
That would be cool, because you know what, they listen to us every
Yeah,
month when
this
we're
is our
sharing our
chance
podcast.
to listen to them.
Absolutely, that would be great.
I also want to mention that if you are an educator that would love to present at this conference, you can actually submit an application to present, and we can post that as well in the instructional technology team.
Perfect.
The application deadline is February 28th. So
you don't want to miss out, because we know, we've been seeing great things throughout this district with what our teachers are implementing in their classrooms.
Right.
So this is really your opportunity to shine. And no, it doesn't matter if it's something small or something large, it's going to be helpful to all. So we want you to, take the leap. And this is a great opportunity for you to present and share your knowledge with your peers.
We are looking for presenters anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour. So depending on what you have to share. And the biggest thing about that is no strategy or tool is too small.
Exactly.
If you are a teacher that has found some little niche or something that works in your classroom that is helping you with your everyday lessons, share it out. I'm sure that there are tons of other teachers out there that would just love to know that little bit of information that has helped you either run a Teams meeting or do a Nearpod session. Like, what was it that really turned it around for you?
Excellent.
And that's the kind of presenters that we're looking for. So if you are interested, you could always reach out to me directly, Julia Hilburn, or we'll post it in the team and you can follow it that way. There will be a website releasing soon with all of this information as well, with agendas and sessions. So
so you'll definitely want to, keep your eye out and listen, to see what it is we're sharing out regarding that technology conference. Wow, this time's gone really fast, right? I feel like we love sharing with you guys and hope you've enjoyed listening to us. If you have, please take a moment, share with a friend, let them know about the podcast. Also, let them know about the instructional technology team, because whether you're a new teacher or a veteran teacher, we're there to help you with your questions as you implement instructional technology in your classroom.
Yep. And as always, a new podcast will release on the 15th of next month.
Yes.
So make sure you listen wherever you get your podcast from.
Awesome. Have a great day.
Bye.